been to a young farmers rally before, but he and Molly had promised to help this time. Molly was going to announce the competitions on the loudspeaker. "Molly, I'm going for a little drive," said Teck, and off he went. He wondered what the young farmers were doing there. Teck pushed his way in until he could see what was happening. He saw 4 horses being examined by the farmers, who looked at the animals carefully and then wrote which one they thought was best on pieces of paper. "They all look exactly the same to me," said Teck, puzzled. "I wonder what they're doing in this circle." The farmer had a whistle and a black dog. A very strange black dog. "This must be a sheepdog contest," thought Teck. But the brown dog had a blindfold over its eyes. The dog ran through a gap. They weren't dogs, of course, but young farmers. "Galloping caskets! These young farmers are real clowns!" laughed Teck. Then Teck followed a noise like angry bees, which came from another part of the field. He wasn't confused this time. He knew this was a sheep shearing competition, and the one who sheared the sheep the best would win. Teck drove closer so that he could see everything. His eyes followed the shearer's movements, backwards and forwards, until all the sheep had been sheared. But which one had done the best job? "That one," said Teck. "Or no, that one. Or maybe that one." Oh dear, it was very hard to choose. Thank goodness there were judges to do that. Teck would never have been able to decide who should win the first prize. "Molly! Molly!" called Teck as he made his way to her. "Oh, Teck, I need someone to get the results from the judges." "No problem," said Teck, and off he went to find the judges. What luck! The judges of the sheepdog competition had just finished scoring. "Beep, beep. Do you have the results, please?" asked Tech. Certainly. Here you go, said the judge, and she placed the paper in the box. Thank you very much. Beep. Tech tooted his horn before hurrying over to the horse judge. Thank you. Beep. Next, he went to the sheep shearing judge. Thank you very much. Beep, beep. Tech tooted his horn as he rushed back to Molly with the all-important results. Oh, thank you very much, Tech, said Molly. I don't know what I would have done without you. I really don't. Tech was busy all day, getting the results from the different judges. And while he was doing that, he got to see all the different competitions, too. Then Tech went to watch the boot throwing competition. Galloping gaskets! This is fun! Beep beep! Tech tooted his horn to encourage the teams. When Tech arrived, the Hillside team was winning. They had thrown the boot furthest and highest. But it was the Glendale team's turn next. They threw the boot so far that it flew high up in the sky before landing on the other side. Hooray! Shouted Glendale fans. But the Hillside team had one last turn. Would he be able to throw the boot higher and further than the one before him? Tech's heart was thumping with excitement. Where's Tech with the results? Wondered Molly. He should have returned by now. Tech swallowed hard as the competitor picked up the boot. Then he threw it high over his shoulders. It went a long way. Good job! Yes! Shouted his fans. The young farmer was ready to throw the boot again. He gripped the boot and threw it over his shoulder high and far in the sky again. Hooray! Shouted everyone. The judge placed the result in Tech's box. Thank you very much. Beep beep, said Tech, and off he went back to deliver the results. Tech, where have you been? Asked Molly in a fuss. Watching the boot throwing competition. It was very close, said Tech excitedly. Oh, I see. But be sure you don't hang around anywhere once you've been given the scores, said Molly. I won't. I'll be back in a flash, said Tech, and off he went back to the field. By this time, nearly all the competitions were over. Only the tug-of-war was left. It was the last round of the tug-of-war competition, and this year the finalists were Hillside and Glendale. But who was going to win? Hillside? No. Glendale? No. Hillside? Hee! 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 Shouted the fans. Finally, Glendale won. As the crowd shouted and cheered, the judge placed the result in Tech's box. And off he went to deliver them to Molly. While he was on his way, a sudden gust of wind blew the paper out of the box. "Galloping Gaskets! The score sheet!" shouted Tech. It flew like a kite, up in the air, fast and far out of Tech's reach. He chased it across the farmyard, past the old tractors, through the trees, and back to the farmyard. "Where is Tech?" asked Molly. The competitions had all finished, and everyone was waiting for the final scores. "Galloping Gaskets! I'll never catch it," said Tech in despair. But at last, the paper landed, not on the ground, not even on a roof, but in a puddle of water. "Galloping Gaskets! What do I do now?" wondered Tech. Everyone was waiting for Molly to announce the winning team. But where was Tech with the last very important scores? Finally, Tech appeared with the paper sticking out of his hood. "What's happened to it, Tech?" asked Molly. "It blew into a puddle," whispered Tech. "But I managed to dry it on my hood. The numbers are still there." "Thank goodness," said Molly. "Well done, Tech." Whew. Molly ran over to the stage, where everyone was waiting for the final results. "Ah, here they are at last," Molly huffed and puffed. "The winner of this year's Young Farmers Rally is Glendale with 150 points. Hooray!" Everyone clapped their hands. "Good, huh?" said Molly. "Oh, yes," said Tech. "Congratulations to Glendale! Hooray!" Tech said as he flashed his lights.